Recording. Go ahead.
Okay. What would you like to know? What is your question?
I want to know what you guys are protesting.
Okay, well, we're out here, and this is Occupy Mount Vernon. It is similar to Occupy Wall Street, and very simply, my name is Jamie Peston, and what we're doing out here is we're out here to support change. And this is a change, and I personally, everybody has their own reason why they're out here, but I personally would like to see the 1% pay more taxes to hopefully help this country, which is in a desperate situation.
How is the increased taxes? How do you see the increased taxes going to help the rest of the community who's not being helped?
Well, how does people who are in a better position to pay more money not help the country? If they pay taxes, then we will have more money to work with.
But let's talk about the schools. How is that going to impact the dropout rate that we currently have? A lot of black men.
Well, another reason why we're out here is because by having people assemble in solidarity, whether they're conservative, whether they are Republican, whether they are Democrat, whether they're people or whether they don't have an opinion, anybody that's out here together needs to understand that this is a point of change, a point of working toward doing something different, because what in the past might not have worked out for us.
I know, but I want to talk about some of the tangible.
But this is about people coming together for a cause, and that cause is a better Mount Vernon.
Okay, but see, we gotta have specifics how we want to better Mount Vernon. Now, Mount Vernon has some specific problems.
Right.
We have high AIDS problems that stem from people having, in my opinion, maybe IV drug usage, high IV drug usage, and high on unprotected sex.
Yeah, that does happen, yeah.
You have high dropout rates in school. You have high gang violence, right? How is taxing the 1% more going to change that for Mount Vernon?
Well, I feel that by them adding more money, by being taxed more, that this will create opportunity for those who do not see opportunity, such as those who choose to be a part of violence, choose to be a part of gangs, choose to stand on the corner and dress in the uniform of a gangster with their pants down their legs. I feel that opportunities will open up for these people so that they don't make mistakes, such as having unprotected sex, such as being in the life of crime.
Okay, but
with the 99% people need more opportunities, and I am a person who has an opinion that by the 1% giving more, because they are able to give more, that this will create a situation where the people that are disadvantaged will see opportunity and begin to gravitate towards it.
Okay, Jamie, let me ask you this. Okay, there are people coming from other countries under the current situation, and they are going to school, they are improving themselves,
a lot of people that come from other countries, they have support groups. And a lot of people that are born in America, they are at a disadvantage from birth. And their support groups are broken down from day one. So, some of those people are at a worse disadvantage than the people that are coming from other countries.
But specifically, what kind of support groups do they have?
Well, bottom line, there's a lot of people standing here right now, and whether they have the view that the 99% is good or bad, they're here. And that means that everybody is interested in the political process, everybody is interested in change happening, and that is the progress. That is the progress that's being created.
I know, but you see, change is vague, and we've had change before. And I mean, we've had change with Barack Obama. We've had change. Well, that's why you got to specify what kind of change.
Hold up. One change that needs to happen is people being more interested, and we are at a point of change. And whether you are for or whether you are against, you are interested. So showing up, you are interested, and that is change.
Okay,
and now we need to gravitate towards.
Give me a minute. Let me just zoom in on something you said earlier. Because before, let's say there was an economic downturn, okay?
Right.
We had more money, yet we still had the problems of high AIDS, high unprotected sex, high IV drug usage, high dropout rate. We still have our neighborhoods where people just throw trash all over the place. I mean, how are you going to, with increased money, turn this situation around, these conditions? Because these
How are you going to do it with less money?
Okay, let me say something here. First of all, everything you said is true, okay? We do have high AIDS. We have less counselors in our schools, okay, in our neighborhoods, okay? And until the people themselves get out, okay, and stand against that.
Yes.
We can no longer allow them to cut back teachers, cut back I don't want to say entertainment, but programs, okay, for our children. One, I'm not also just saying it's the government, because it also starts in the home too. And until these parents and everybody step out into the community, want a better change, and look, and listen, we cannot expect Barack Obama to be our knight in shining armor, okay, if we're not going to get out and fight for ourselves. We have done too much of that, of handing our lives over to politicians, okay, waiting on them to throw us back whatever bone they want to give us, and we have been too accepting and too complacent with that, okay? We have to stand up, speak, and fight for our children. This is a new day. No more accepting. Politicians don't have a blank check, okay? Their feet will be held to the fire. I'm like Snoop Doggy Dogg, and I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to hold each and every one of them damn accountable.
What is your name, ma'am?
Bernice Perez.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, sweetie.
Are you from Mount Vernon?
Yes, I am. And let me say something else. I have raised 3 children, 8 grandkids, and 2 great-grandkids. Just the expectations I expect of them, these parents should, listen, if these parents don't have better expectations for their children, okay, then they're not going to do any better. They're not going to do any better. But we cannot complain about these children if we're not going to get out here and help fight for them. All of them are our children. Just because you didn't birth them, they're still all our children. We have to be concerned. We have to hold the police department accountable for this frisk and pat and all that. These kids still have rights, okay? They still have rights. And you have to build a better rapport, okay, a trusting relationship, but you cannot do it by injustice.
Bernice, I would vote for you any day.
All right, thank you.
All right. I vote for Bernice. I'm telling you.
Broken here in Mount Vernon means fixing?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Just like I think it's broken in Washington. Again, like I said, it's a new day. And we're not going to go back to what happened 4 years ago, 8 years ago.
It's still happening now.
Okay, no, it's not. Wait,
I'm a
let me finish.
Here at the Democratic Party.
Okay,
I was at a rally, whatever the heck you called it.
Okay, but let me finish, and then you can say it. Okay, we're not going to go back to 4 years ago, 8 years ago. Okay, hold on, honey. 8 years ago, okay? That's past. You can't do a doggone thing about the past but improve on it, okay? The issue is we cannot get anywhere and we cannot move forward on negativity and looking back on the past, okay? And let me tell you something. Anybody that's got to throw negativity, then to me, you're showing that there's some insecurity in you. Because give me information on your record, okay? And that's what I'm going to base it on. I don't care what happened 5 years ago, 20 years ago. This is a new day.
We're moving forward.
Hello? We're moving forward.
That's right.
We're moving forward. And the thing is, like I said, all the pretty speeches, you better know what you're saying, because I'm Snoop Doggy Dogg and I'm holding you accountable to every word you say, okay?
Well, let me call your attention. 2 weeks ago, we had a district leader meeting over here. You have the chairman. There's a serious problem when you have the chairman of the Democratic Party lying to the people, telling them it was the conservatives and the Republicans that were against the Voting Rights Act and was against the Civil Rights Act. There's a problem when you brainwash people telling them that. He said it. I got the recording on my blog. There's a serious problem when you're telling people that.
Okay, but again, all these are adult people. I'm not going to get into that, okay? All of these are adult people. And you can sit up there and listen. They do it in Washington. You see it every day on TV, MSNBC. Everybody want to dish the dirt, okay? I have a problem with the dirt dishing, okay?
I mean,
But see, people thrive on that. And when you start thriving on negativity, we will not get anywhere. I want to know credentials. And I want to hear positivity, and I want to know where you're moving this city towards, okay? And that's what we're going to be holding you accountability for. Right. And if you want to go on that, when they had all these debates, when you had 3 and 4 candidates, I sit at every one of those debates. Okay.
My position, my platform never changed.
I sit at every one of those debates, and I listen to everybody dish the dirt. The dirt dishing don't get nobody nowhere. Okay? Move forward on positivity.
I don't think it's dirt.
Tell me what you're going to do about the school system. Tell me what you're going to do to get these kids off the street. Tell me what you're going to do to stop the murder rate here in Mount Vernon. Tell me what you're going to do. And again, stop hand-holding all these people with these programs. I don't have a problem with helping the poor. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this is a gimme town. And you give too damn much.
Did I tell you I love Bernie?
You give too much. You give too much. And when you give too much, there's no expectation. You give no people the drive to get up and do better. I don't have a problem with helping the poor. Again, all this low-income housing, that's a no-no, because all you're doing is driving up the taxes. You're driving up the taxes for this town, okay? And this is a residential town. Keep it that way. Okay? Keep it that way. Again, yes, I am against the banks and big business, okay, because if you're going to come in here, take all these people's homes, sit on the money, then now you can't sell these homes. You have put these people out of their houses, okay? You can't sell them, okay? You're not giving money to the small businesses. I'm sick and tired of seeing these dry rot 99-cent stores, okay? The police department needs to keep these kids moving off the street. I don't care if it's black, white, whatever color. They're supposed to be able to walk freely in any part of Mount Vernon. I'm sick and tired of people talking about they scared to walk on the south side, okay?
Bernie,
they should walk anywhere they want to walk.
Bernie, I just want to say, and you just became my BFF, all right? You know what that is, right?
No, you're right.
I don't know.
But let me tell you something about the race theory. It's BS. Let me tell you. Because the theory says if you can trace your ancestry to Africa, you're black. And every human that's alive came out of Africa. So we all black. So don't buy this crap. You see, that is just a distraction. All right? So we're done with the race thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, we all should be able to walk with it. It's a beautiful town, and we have let it go to God.
No, what you're saying is exactly correct, but the people running on the Democratic Party is saying exactly the opposite of what you're saying.
Okay, but we're not going to, like we said, this is not a political agenda. This is more. No, let that be. No, it's not.
Into the policies that the policies.
No, we're going to, no. Okay, but wait a minute. We're not going to get into a political agenda. That's for another forum. That's for another forum. What we're saying is that the people out here got to stop being complacent, stop sitting behind closed doors and complaining, and get out here and voice their opinion. You can voice your opinion and complain to me all you want, but unless you get out in force and stand up for what you demand for yourself and your children, nothing is going to be done. They're going to continue to line their pockets, continue to give you a pretty story, continue to get out and do nothing.
You're voting them into stealing your money. That's the whole problem. You gotta understand
I would give a good ham sandwich if they were Democrat, Republican, conservative. If you're not saying and going to do what you said you're going to do, then don't mean diddly squat. Okay?
All more thinking of running for some office.
I think she needs to run.
I'm starting Mount Vernon Citizen Advisory Board. I know they have with the meetings I've had with city council and different places, I know they have like the neighborhood group. That's fine, but we need a board. People that are going to be able, that's going to be a liaison between city council and the mayor. I'm going to be at every city council meeting because, like I said, yeah, I know practically, I can walk anywhere here in Mount Vernon. I know practically.
Well, I live on the south side, and I ain't going to tell you who I am.
Okay, well, you tell me after. But my thing is, I'm going to be the voice, okay? I'm going to be the one sitting at city council demanding. And I don't care if it's Davis, I'm going to say this, I don't care if it's Maureen. Okay? I ain't scared of neither one of them either. They're being held accountable too. All right? And so, unless you got a person in there that's going to demand the right for these people. Not only that, I'm not going to sit here, just like I tell these people, and demand rights for them too if they're not going to get off their hind parts, get away from soap operas, all my children and days of my life, and get out here and help damn fight. You want better for your children? You claim you want better? Okay, then we got to fight. And you know what? These parents are going to be held accountable. Okay?
We got to understand how we got into to move forward and correct the problem. Don't you think you got to understand how we got into the situation?
Yeah, like I said, it's not all the city itself. Like I said, this is a gimme town. You have given people too much, they're too lazy. We don't have mentoring. Listen, when you got took grandma out of the house.
But you don't think that benefits the gimme town? You don't think it benefits?
No, I do not. No, I do not. When you give people too damn much, they don't know how to work.
No, it benefits the politician who give it. Because what it does is keep the people who they're giving it to in line. Because there's always that threat that they can take it away. And when you take it away, guess what? You become homeless, you became hungry, and everything else. That's the power.
Every year,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm listening to the mentality of a lot of people, and I'm trying to talk to them against that. Don't vote for somebody because you like them, or don't vote for them because you think they're gonna get you a job in City Hall.
Exactly.
Get your own job. Like I said, I'm my own knight shining armor.
You're from the South.
Yes, I am. Alabama. Okay. All right, Obama, we put you up there, but then I'm not waiting on Obama to solve all my problems. I'm going to fight my own way, too. And in me fight, maybe he'll jump on the bandwagon for me. I'm not looking for no handout, and that's what the problem is. People have gotten too lazy, waiting on somebody. Oh, well, I voted for him, so he going to get me a job. Get your own damn job. Get your own
job. I'm with you, Bernie, 100%.
Get your own job.
And I know this Yachty is, too.
Yeah,
I agree with what
100%.
Huh?
I'm 100% with what you said a while ago. That's what I would say also. Okay? And I'm advising you to run for some office, in Mount Vernon. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm working hard, but my thing started off because I'm more with the foreclosure issue.
Oh,
okay.
I'm a real estate broker, so I understand how we got into this problem with the foreclosure.
Yeah.
It started with the taxes here back in the 80s.
No, it did.
Yes, I'm telling you, it started in the 60s actually. Assessing these people, over-assessed, and just catching up with people. I'm telling you.
All this has been a trick, okay? All of it has been a trick, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, I've been fighting foreclosure going into the 9th year, and I'm still in my damn house, okay? Still in it.
No, but I'm just saying, most of their problem is the tax.
Here again, we as black people, we get involved in things and we don't really understand the ins and outs. Again, like I said, we need education for black people. We need education for these young girls, okay? We need education. We need programs. But back to the foreclosure thing. This was all a trick, my own opinion, okay? One, to bring down the black man that's up there in the White House. I'm going to say that. But second of all, the biggest wealth that black and Hispanic people have is their home own a house. Now, you go around and you destroy all the homeowners. You take their houses away. Now, let me say this. Some of those people did go out there and they did some stupid stuff. I'm not saying every homeowner was correct. Because if somebody had told me, oh, you can have a house, but your mortgage is going to be $5,000 a month, I told them to hell with you. Because I don't need no house that bad. I could have took that money and went and laid on me a beach and sipped pina colada. And looked at me some young men. I didn't need that. But we need to be educated. The thing is, I didn't know either but to sign on the dotted line, okay? With the house I chose, okay? So when they came to me some papers, I'm thinking, oh my God, foreclosure means that they can come knock on the door and I got to get out. But the issue with me is mine is more of a fraud case. You cannot bring me into a court of law and say I did not pay you when I have valid receipts that did not go through the mail, that did not was a check or a money order so you could say it got lost in the mail. It was money that was sent quick collect over there when it was AMP, cash money to your system. They don't want to step down, and I refuse to step down. Now,
what bank is it?
Wells Fargo. Now, this is not an issue of the house. In the beginning, yes, I cried, oh God, I don't want to lose my house. This is no longer an issue of this house, but they can have the house. Okay? This is an issue of principle for me and all the other homeowners that you took their home. Okay? You cannot bring me in there. I don't care. Okay? Now, if I was wrong, okay, believe me, I know how to pack up my little chillin', as they say, and I would have kept it moving. But if you're going to take me into a court of law and lie and think that you're going to forcibly take something from me, I will fight you like a damn Banshee Indian. Blind, crippled, on a cane, in the TV, in the house, or out of it. You're going to get the fight. I'm not scared of Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo better be scared of my life.
No, the courts actually are starting to throw out a lot of the mortgages now because of... You have a lawyer looking over your case, right?
No, I'm the lawyer.
Well, you got to look for your...
Let me give you that issue. Let me give you that issue.
No, I'm just saying this.
Here again, okay, these banks also know their special interest judges that they can put their cases in front of. These lawyers are corrupt. They're feeding their hands from the left and the right. They're taking the homeowners' money and getting money from the bank. I done went through 3. Okay, until I chose to say I can be my own damn lawyer. Because if I'm going to be defeated and I'm going to lose, then I will lose on my own. And you know what they've told me out there in that appellate division? Girl, you've done better than some of these lawyers come in here. And I have fought all the way up to the Supreme Court, and we back down here, and I'll continue to fight back up there.
Bernice, I'm proud of you. Did I say again, you my new BFF?
And let me say this fight is not for me.
I understand.
Okay, but I know what the pain is to have the...
Are you a Pisces by any way?
Yes, I am.
No, I'm saying...
You know how I knew that? Because you're very passionate. And we are very passionate.
Oh, yes. And determined.
What day are you?
March 6th.
March 11th.
Yeah, my oldest daughter is March 12th. But
you
this
see
is
that
not about me, okay? God put me on a journey. My neighbors told me, I have a house right over here, right around the corner from Trap Acres. And my neighbors told me, they said, girl, God got you on a mission. And it's a journey. Okay? This is not about me. This is about every other homeowner. Because you know how many sleepless nights I had, how many nights I cried, all the pain I went through. I got a 5-year-old grandson, okay? A 5-year-old grandson that they told when the psychologist evaluated him, Obama got an IQ of 132. They told me, do you know Mason's IQ is 130? And all this kid says to me is, Grandma, if I get a dog, can I just keep it at your house because they had to move into an apartment? That hurts me, okay? So this battle is for every homeowner that's had to experience what I've had to experience. Oh, you can have the house. You can have the house. But the thing is, too, you see in Detroit, they got how many? 4,000 houses. Now they can't sell them. So what they say? Oh, they're going to tear them down. Meanwhile, you have created homelessness for people, okay, when some money is better than no money, because you should have cut that mortgage, put it to the back of the mortgage, let them people stay in their house, and when the economy got better, you could have did something. But no, greed. Rather than give it to the people, and what it is a trap to make everybody angry with Obama. Okay, and then you want to talk about, he don't have
the foreclosure happens under Bush.
Don't get mad with Obama.
That was happening under Bush all of this foreclosure.
I know.
Obama.
I know. And so people better really look at the picture. Don't just listen to what everybody's telling you. Form your own opinion. Listen and see what's happening. Okay? And I said it a couple of years ago. I said, people better look at what's going on, because you know what? They're trying to take us right back to slavery days where they're going to hang our black men for trees and our black boys. They better get up, speak up, and stop sitting around waiting on somebody to handle something for you.
You can't leave us here twice.
No, I got to smoke my cigarette.
You gotta give me a number and I'm going to give you mine.
Okay.